To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and you're listening to a podcast that believes in dreams, that places trust in the magic of imagination, that is always the first star to the right, and where the light in the window is always on. Join as we discuss the views from Walt's apartment.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Walt's Apartment Live. It is mid-June. We have some fun show tonight. I got Joey and I got Sam here with me. We're going to do some what if this happened, and what if this happened, and what if this didn't happen. But first, let's go around the room, say hello to the amazing co-hosts that we have with us tonight. We have the one, the only, Joey Pittman from Disney Universe Podcast. Let me see if I can get them all. The Mando Show, the Tiki Cast. We have Elements of Fun, Extra Magic Hour. Hit me. How you doing, buddy? Did I get them all?
No, but quite a bit.
Oh, all right. Well. Oh yeah, you're on those all the board station too, right? You do a lot of stuff there too, right?
For the time being, but there might be some news on that coming up soon. So.
Good news, bad news?
Different news.
Okay, that's fair too. Hello, Jen. How are you?
Glad to be here.
Kelsey's in the house.
Entertainer, the show is made for you tonight. We're asking questions like, what if this would have happened? What if this would have happened? We're basically taking all of the canon events in Disney history and creating alternate timelines.
We basically said, what would entertainer want to know? And we came up with some questions. So AI helped us too. We love AI. AI is weird to me still. So
we hope that you enjoy your vacation, entertainer, and we appreciate you being here. Hello to everyone else joining us.
Pirate
Make sure
6?
you say hi in the comments.
Wait, there's Pirate 6 rumors? Is it Johnny? Is it Johnny Depp? Is it Margot Robbie?
No, it
mentions Sherry Bruckheimer.
You know who else should play Red?
Karen Gillan.
Me.
Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Elizabeth Olsen will be at LA Comic-Con end of September. Just found out that Joey told me that. Kevin told me that. I might need to be making a trip to SoCal to see. My God, that would be the ultimate birthday present.
When is that?
The last weekend of September, 26th and 27th, yes. I think, something like that.
Because
this is a reason right here.
I'm going to say, between the two of us here, that's
I'm the one drinking tonight.
I got water.
Let's go. I got Blackberry Crown.
I've got tequila.
And Kelsey's our official DVC GURU.
Guru, she is.
Guru.
We love having Kelsey on.
Kelsey, what is your home resort? Is that the question? What's her home?
Her home park. Her home park.
Or do you mean her DVC?
Park. You mean her DVC?
Her DVC. Yeah, it's
Old Key West.
Resort. What?
Old Key West.
What's that?
It's one of the resorts
you just said. Okay. All right. Well, I've never been there, so I don't know.
Hi,
Kim. How are you, Kim?
I'll stay off the comments.
Oh, you're okay. Sorry. It's weird to me that it shows up over here. I'm not it's weird.
But Joey, you're doing good.
Yeah, doing great. Yeah, got some stuff.
Are you doing football again or no?
No, I have currently retired from that, so I could work on my relocation, which is still taking a little bit of time. But
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we're still It's Florian, right?
Florin, yes.
Florin. Damn it, I was close. Florian is where I played basketball as a kid. All right, we're still cheering for Florin though.
We are Florin, yes, sir. And then Miss Mlodecki, how are you today?
Don't call me that.
That's what all your students call you.
Okay, but I'm on summer vacation. Stop it. Okay. And you can even use, yeah, exactly. Thank you. I was waiting for my rightful title to be used.
All right.
I'm good. I just got back from a fishing club meeting, so I'm.
No, that's shocking.
Oh, I know.
Right.
I'm scrambling, but good. Summer's going good. Haley's good. Life is great.
So you posted that TikTok that I don't know if that was today about your daughter. You look like you were sunburned to shit. Was that just
it was just the filter? Oh, it was for sure just the filter.
Hell? Was she stuck outside or what? But
no, I mean I didn't have a repeat of Row Comic Con. No.
Yeah.
It was probably just the Sammy Mlo drizzle.
Sammy Mo Dizzle. Okay.
Did you not understand that video?
I just was just going through TikTok and half asleep. So no, not really. I'm sorry.
So
It's like half the TikToks.
well,
I
I
don't
mean,
understand half of them.
Joey probably gets it. So I mean, no, there's like a WNBA like feud right now.
Oh, really?
I mean, a little bit, because I mean, Caitlin Clark is the best of the best. She plays for the Indiana Fever, and basically the team that she was playing against was bullying her a little bit, and there were fouls that should have been called.
Oh, really?
They should have been called flagrant, and they were not. So her teammate took it into her own hands, and her teammate has a black belt in martial arts, and you can tell by the way that girl by the head.
Sounds like the Dodgers and the Padres right now, man. They just keep hitting each other.
And that she's been a rival since college, I guess, too.
JC Sheldon.
I don't know.
Yeah, JC Sheldon.
I don't know.
She's as big as a Chihuahua, and she's trying to fight with a big dog.
So basically that's what my video on TikTok said, was in a world full of JC Sheldons.
All I've ever heard is
Sophie Cunningham.
The only thing I've ever heard comparing to that is in a world full of Kardashians, be a Gallagher. That's the only thing I've ever heard when it comes to for Shameless. But
no, I was just letting people know, raise your daughter to be a Sophie Cunningham and bully the bullies.
Bully the bullies. That's fun. Bully the bullies. Anyway,
we are so far off topic.
Hey, is that shocking to you? So, no. Sam, what's you are running Extra Magic Hour? What's going on there? What do we got coming up on Extra Magic Hour anytime soon? Anything fun? Anything exciting? You got a cool message today. That might be something cool, but we'll talk about that later on down the road. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. But
I just got a press opportunity presented to me weirdly, but I'm appreciative for it. So I'm show running Extra Magic Hour now. Team's all still the same. It's pretty much running exactly the same. We're bringing back some of the old segments that we used to do that we kind of got a little bit away from. So this week in Disney history, obviously we do that on this show now. We took that from Extra Magic Hour.
What a great idea. Who came up with that idea originally?
It was you, sir.
Such a good idea.
But it's our segment we know to expect on this show, unless I forget, like last week. But I still got it done.
We did.
But I put a little bit of a different spin on it for Extra Magic Hour this last week when we put out a show. And I thought it went well, Joey. It was a little bit more of the untold facts that aren't basic, like here's the date, here's the release, here's when this came out. It was a little bit of the behind the scenes production. So that's what we're doing for the park news
right on.
For Extra Magic Hour. And we are back to Sean's favorite, the travel tips and tricks on Extra Magic Hour that we're going to sponsor, that our sponsors get away today. You know, we'd like to hype them up for Extra Magic Hour. And I did re-record the opening for Extra Magic Hour to include all theme parks, because we no longer just discuss Disney parks and Disney Cruise Line. We also cover Universal, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, SeaWorld, all theme parks beyond, as what I said in our opening. So you're muted, bro.
He's a ventriloquist.
You're still muted, bro.
It's weird because the mute doesn't show up.
It doesn't. His mic just literally gave up on him. So for the rest of the show, I'm sorry.
I coughed and I turned it down to cough. So I said, what a great idea. Whoever came up with, switching it to all the theme parks, just the best.
Yeah,
it's the Sean appreciation show tonight. So
that sir, no, I'm pretty sure
you gave in.
Courtney.
I did give in.
You.
That Courtney's like, God damn it, you're just gonna do this. And I'm like, all right, fine. I concede. But no, hell yeah, it gives us so much more.
I'm kind of disappointed that you came back. I was just gonna take the show over and run with it.
Oh shit, I'll leave. I can find other things to do. Don't believe me. So.
There's nothing more important that you can be doing on a Wednesday night other than a Walt's apartment live stream.
You're right, but I mean, I could find something if you really want to do this and want me to leave. I'll leave. Joey, let's go. What's going on with Disney Universe podcast, the Tiki podcast, Elements of Fun, all the things?
Well, Disney Universe, we're getting back to recording regularly scheduled podcasts.
We ever going to get the DU crew on the live? Can we ever make that happen?
We have a former DU crew that's come on the live. That's Sasquatch. He'll show up once in a while. So, but yeah, we just recorded because we had a month off podcast wise, but we're doing Star Wars month content for YouTube. But one of our episodes I released as an audio because it's just really fun, and it is a pretty big actress in the Star Wars. Vanessa Marshall does the voice for Hera. In Rebels. She's done Gamora in the Guardians cartoon that came out after the first movie came out. So she was really fun. But we just recorded our recent Glimmers of the Galaxy, which are our series of Lorcana themed episodes. And so we're just getting back to it. Elements of fun. It's easy when I was going down every week basically.
Every 3 weeks, you were there forever. I mean, it's like Joey's in SoCal. Joey's in SoCal.
So we're building up our YouTube videos. Good. We've done recently the Disney Key video.
Yep.
Fan Fest at Universal. Then the Tapestry of Happiness and the parade, the cavalcade. So I'm just busy building up YouTube for DU and Elements of Fun. We're going to get back to Tiki Cast too. So
I have heard from many people. I had Kelly, theme park mom, on. I did an interview with her yesterday. I have her on every couple months just to get her thoughts on everything in SoCal. And we went through SeaWorld, we went through Legoland, we went through Universal, Disneyland. It's just Kelly's just raw and gives her opinions, just straight up, just my opinions on Alani. All in 1 hour, we talked about all this stuff. It was fun.
So, are we calling that Coffee with Sean now?
Where's my soundboard?
Yeah, no. Damn. Walt's Apartment Presents is that. Walt's Apartment Presents is taking over and will be like anything extra that we're gonna do. Interviews, special features. Damn you, Sam. Any feature shows.
And we're also, because it's harder for us to produce Marvel and Star Wars content when there are not things actively being released, we're also moving Knights of the Rogue Republic and The Tribe to Walt's Apartment Presents, and they will be available on YouTube as well. So if you haven't followed our YouTube, go follow our YouTube. We're looking for subscribers over there.
We're at 600 whole subscribers. We need like 400 more, then we can do more. We got our first what do you call those things? Super chat. 2 weeks ago. It was the craziest thing. We have $2 in our super chat account.
Give me my $2.
That was Tyler. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to super chat us, we would love you forever for that.
We will love you forever. This shit ain't cheap.
Join our absolutely free Discord.
Feel free to subscribe to DU and Elements of Fun as well too.
Absolutely.
And all of those things are posted. So like when DU or Elements of Fun puts out something, it gets popped up in our
no, they're not on our
Discord.
YouTube. No, they're on our Discord. They're in our Discord, yes. Yeah, but they're definitely, they have their own channels. They're great. DU is so much fun. I love Alex and Ryan, and Alex is just a blast.
Alex
is just a fucking riot, dude. That guy's great.
Oh yeah, good.
But I would love to get them on one of these shows. I know Alex works on Wednesdays, so maybe we have to pull a mad tea party and do a Monday something and just get everyone on just for fun. And but yeah, we're just kind of passing time here talking about what's going on. But check us out. We got lots of things coming. We're coming up in 2 months. We're coming up on season 6 of Walt's Apartment podcast, which is absolutely insane. This show started in 2020.
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Boom! Kelsey giving us that. Boom. Thank you, Kelsey.
You couldn't round up? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you.
Joey, it seems you and I are the only ones who read about Pirate 6 news.
Red.
Would you like to tell Sam and Sean about it, Joey? Red.
Honestly, it's kind of the same stuff that's been going around. So it's just stuff that I see. I'm not really too invested until it gets officially known at this point. Entertainer. I'm hoping.
Sure.
So, but until
if the Business Insider reports it, it might be true. We haven't seen anything in the Business Insider yet.
It's a rumor until it's confirmed by Disney.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I know a lot of people would happily come back, but I know they also want to reboot it. So a lot of it's more fan speculation stuff.
I'll start the rumor that Red will be played by Elizabeth Olsen moving forward. So she'll be taking over the Pirates franchise.
I mean,
that's why she'll be at Comic-Con. So
to be fair, she has told Marvel that she is available, and they have not given her opportunity as far as
isn't that insane? How could that? I'm not because I'm her fan or because I'm a fan of her, but how could her character not fit into what's coming up over the next couple of years?
Because we've already seen her.
Yeah, but we didn't.
We saw Robert Downey Jr. too.
And he's coming
we
back.
did, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's the thing, is she can come back as something different, as a different
come back
iteration.
as Pepper Potts or something. So,
but she's also an Omega level being, so it's weird the way that they have to play that.
Or they're holding that so close to their, because they haven't mentioned Ryan Reynolds either. And I just watched Deadpool and Wolverine last night again, and there's so much mentioned that how he's connected to everything moving forward, and they have not mentioned Ryan Reynolds to be in any of this stuff either, or Hugh Jackman. So we're totally going off the rails, because that's what we do when we have shows like this.
But let me touch on that for a second, because I've said it before. Deadpool and Wolverine, and using Ryan Reynolds the way that they did in this film, breaking down that fourth wall, they literally created a catch-all to fix any mistake that they ever make in the MCU.
Like a clean sweep.
Sweep. Deadpool can go in and erase anything from happening in any timeline, including the sacred timeline, and it's fixed. So, bravo, Disney.
So damn good.
Genius.
So damn good. Watching again, just picking up on the stuff he says.
And I mean, you wouldn't cast Kenny Tatum as Gambit again. Well, we're assuming he's Gambit in Doomsday, if they're not going to do that whole Deadpool Wolverine universe. So
Joey has been sending me a few supposed behind the scenes shots, and it's literally Elizabeth Olsen and Robert Downey Jr. standing there together in their costumes. I'm like, God, I hope this is real, but I don't think so.
Entertainer said, I know I've mentioned the cliffhanger in the fifth film many times, but now that Orlando Bloom wants to come back, my hopes of it getting resolved have gone up. That's all. That's a fair assessment. I think there's a lot of fans that want that, and there's a good chance that could happen if they're, but we don't know what happens in their contract signings. We don't know what happens in those rooms until it's confirmed. So yes, right now it's speculation that that's probably going to be likely. But
and Courtney's favorite person ever, Johnny Depp needs to come back. So for sure.
Yeah. And I still think you got to do a Red story though. I mean, you got to focus on maybe her being the next lead pirate, in my opinion. And I still think either Margot Robbie or Karen Gillan would be perfectly cast as Red.
Mm-hmm.
Karen Gillan would be great. She would be. She's
and she could finally have her actual accent too, that she never does in movies, except like Doctor.
I just had a friend here tell me they got a job. They've been trying to get a job, and I'm just going to congratulate them. Sorry about that.
I didn't text you.
Yeah. So Sam, give us some of that Disney this week in Disney history. What do you got for us?
I mean, we could. We're 20 minutes into our show though, and we haven't had a sponsor break.
Shit. Look at you keeping me on task. Let's do this. Let's hear from our amazing sponsor, Getaway Today. We'll be right back. And then we're going to come back to Disney Parks news. No, I'm sorry.
This week in Disney history.
Whatever. We'll be right back.
Not what if.
It's been a great show so far. But who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. Alright, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
And a huge shout out to Kevin. Kevin's birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday to Mr. Kevin Richardson from Where in the Park, which we'll hear from later on. I haven't seen them in the chat. Maybe they're out celebrating his birthday tonight. But Sam, what do you got for us this week in Disney history? I hope you got some good stuff.
I've got some good stuff, some things that are pretty relevant to us. So, all right.
Well, Elizabeth Olsen's birthday isn't this week, so it's not that.
Yeah, that's not on the list. So, in this week in Disney history, in 1967, Club 33 opened at 33 Royal Street in New Orleans Square at Disneyland. So, for those of you who don't know, Club 33 is a members-only club. It is comprised of 2 dining rooms, several adjoining areas, and they have a bunch of antiques and original works of art that are connected to Disney. Secret features of the theme parks. The entrance of the private club is located next to the Blue Bayou restaurant at 33 Royal Street, with the entrance recognizable by an ornate address plate with the number 33 engraved on it. So that's about all you get for Club 33 is that plate.
Not all you get. I mean, you get.
Well, I mean,
you get the amazing food, and you can't take pictures.
No, Club 33 is
If anyone's
you can take pictures in there.
If anyone's listening,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Disney's
the only signage you get.
Any listeners that are listening
secret.
are Club 33 members and want to get us in, we would greatly appreciate that. Be like, I mean, I've been in the apartment, which is probably the best thing I've ever. I probably can't beat that, but if we get a Club 33, that'd be pretty cool. So if you know someone,
well, I was going to say you could take pictures. I've been in there and
You've been in there?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Guys, I didn't mean that's all you get from the club. I mean that's all you get to mark the club.
No,
yeah.
I know. I'm just, yeah.
I was like, wait, it's a secret.
I had a Jack and Coke there because I could.
Is it cool, Joey?
Oh, dude, it was freaking awesome. I've told the story before. I could do it again at a different time, but no, I got to go there just before they remodeled it to what it is now. But there's like concept art of like Pirates of the Caribbean, New Orleans Square, Mary Poppins. There's sketches. There's like a little piano that was like in the back of like Mary Poppins or something like that.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. The food was bonkers good. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those.
Jack and Coke. That's
and a Jack and Coke. So,
and it's an exclusive experience.
It was I got lucky for sure to get there, but
does Walt Disney World have one?
No,
they don't.
Well, now there's like Club 33s at every park there in Florida.
Really?
Kelsey, let me know if I'm right back. I swear that they now have like.
Kelsey said if any Club 33 members need a +1, I'm available.
I agree, Kelsey. I'll be right there. If you need a +2, me and Kelsey are both available. So,
but I'm pretty sure because I saw where it was at Animal Kingdom. Then there was one.
I've never noticed them.
Yeah, well, they're hidden, kind of, but.
Well, yeah, I mean that makes sense. But
are they hidden by the North decal that says 33 on it?
Kind of.
Oh, it does. It says it has locations in each of the 4 parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom.
Well, looky there.
Dang. Yeah. See, that's why we bring this stuff up, because I learn new things too. Thanks, Joey.
You're welcome.
We're like Pee-wee's Playhouse. You like to learn stuff and grow and fun stuff like that.
Can we not?
What?
Did you see that documentary?
I did. I felt bad for the guy, man.
So good.
It's completely off topic.
It's Disney related. He's the voice of Rex. Okay.
He is, but damn, dude.
I've got some Toy Story news too.
Okay,
this week,
sorry.
So.
That guy, man. that documentary is great. I'm just saying, if anyone wants to watch that, go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry, it's really good.
Okay, my next piece of this week in Disney history is in 2001. Disney's 40th animated creation was released. Anybody have any ideas what it is?
What? Say that one more time. I was just
Disney's 40th animated creation.
Well, you just
was
said Toy
released.
Story, so I'm going to say Toy Story.
That's Pixar.
Oh shit. George, what's up, buddy? How you doing,
Hi,
George?
George.
Tangled is 50. What?
Atlantis, the Lost
Garbage.
Empire.
I was counting backwards.
Garbage.
So,
Who cares? Who cares?
Entertainer said dinosaur.
I care.
Okay, well,
But that's going to take us into our what if later. So we'll
are you
argue about it
gonna
then.
say you like Black Cauldron too? Black Cauldron is.
I mean, it was the first 70 millimeter animated film since Black Cauldron in 1985. So, I mean, it works.
Okay.
We'll take it. All right.
Each club
Go on.
has a unique name.
Okay, so it's a different name.
George,
Gotcha.
George, I cannot think of it right now, but what is the name of the podcast you are a host on right now? Is it?
George is hosting a podcast?
Yeah, he's on a freaking. I cannot think of. It's like
George,
a big,
how did I miss this
it's
chapter
a
of your
big,
life?
it's a big podcast too. George, what's the podcast you're on? I cannot think of it. The name is like completely left my mind right now.
Well, George is posting that in the chat. In 2012, Disneyland Resort capped off its $1 billion renovation of DCA, Disney's California Adventure, with
Cars
the
Land.
public opening of Cars Land and the new Buena Vista Street. Also this week in Disney history, Cars 3 was released.
Eh.
I mean,
Cars Land is great.
Yeah.
well,
Cars
we're
Land is
getting
so
our
good.
own Cars Land over on the.
It won't be like this. This is literally like you're walking through Radiator Springs. I won't be like
but
that.
they are giving us something that is very, very different.
Diz Nerds. He was part of the Diz Nerds podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, but he had to drop out. Was way too busy. Great show. Well, congratulations for being on it, George. If you ever want to come on here, let us know. You can come on and join us whenever you like. We'd love to have you in.
that's Jimmy's podcast, right, George?
I think so.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Cars
Toy
3.
No,
Story.
I used to work with them.
Oh,
on a couple
Entertainer
things.
is hitting us with his own freaking Disney.
Yeah, Toy Story 3 was also released this week in Disney history. We are going to get there, Entertainer. I promise you, I've got the facts. For
He's
you,
just
my
trying to
guy.
get his stuff in before he's got to go.
I know. All right. I brought this one up because we just talked about Claude Coates on Imagine That. So, Claude Coates worked on the background scenes for Lady and the Tramp, which was Disney's 15th animated feature film. And it was first premiered in Chicago in 1955 on this day in Disney history.
There we go.
So, got that. Let's see.
Dakota says June has always been a big month for Disney every year. It's very true.
Especially the
Thank you.
parks.
And yes, Jimmy and the nerds, she says.
Yeah, no, yeah. George, I used to work with them with my past podcast. Drink, because Sam just talked about her last podcast.
Disology.
Mm-mm.
I'm just kidding.
Main Street Chronicles
Oh.
and BS Productions. There you go.
All right.
Talk about it.
Sounds official.
Anyway. Moving on.
I brought this one up because it's near and dear to a lot of our hearts because the live action just came out. But on Father's Day in 2002, the premiere screening of Disney's 41st animated Lilo and Stitch took
God,
place
that's a
at
good
El
one.
Capitan Theater in Hollywood.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch is just like killing it, just crushing the freaking summer.
It is.
But you see that a gentleman that was part of that movie just passed away? I cannot think of the name.
It was the one that with the shaved ice.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
It replaced the guy with the ice cream in the animated. It was the guy with the shaved ice, but
Yeah.
he's been in a lot of shows and movies. Yeah. So
Too bad.
real sad.
But
He's
else
always
was
like that
good?
token islander in like
Yeah.
whatever said show or movie. So very
Born
sad.
as well.
Well, this next
Was
news.
the riddle? Dakota.
26 years ago. Dakota, are you trying to take over my job on the show, Dakota?
Do you know Dakota too, Sam?
I do know Dakota.
Is she a fishing buddy?
No.
All right.
A great movie was born
A
as
great
well.
movie. A great movie was born as well. It wasn't a good goofy movie because that was like 30 years ago.
Okay, can I get back to my this week?
Oh, yeah,
in
sorry,
Disney
sorry,
history?
Oh, sorry.
And we could
I
figure
thought
out-
I thought it was fan participation night, so we're just letting them tell us.
I mean, he can still tell us in the comments, but like,
Thank you
Dakota,
for clarifying that Dakota was a male. I wasn't going to assume until someone said something. I appreciate that. So thank you. Okay.
If you knew what Haley just said to Dakota on the car on the way home, you would be. Okay. Haley's been burning people all day. Anyways, 2016, Shanghai Disneyland Park officially opened in Shanghai, China. So we know that was so sad. Kelsey said so sad.
I think Kelsey talked about the gentleman passing away.
Yeah. And then, yes, Cars. I already said Cars 3 was released in theaters this week in Disney history, 2017.
Is that the great movie?
No, I don't know who's talking about. But I was hoping Courtney would be here because she understands my decom fetish and my Disney Channel fetish.
Whoa. I never heard those two words
Listen.
in sentence.
Actually,
A decom fetish. That's
It
just
is.
wrong. That's wrong to
when
say.
I was a teenager, they were teenagers.
Woo, woo,
It's-
woo, woo.
When I was a teenager,
Tarzan, 1999. Okay.
Dakota stealing my thunder. We're gonna have Dakota be our new This Week in Disney History host. In 2000, Even Stevens released their first episode. If you've never watched Even Stevens, freaking great show.
We're reaching
And
this far into the news to talk about Even Stevens.
yeah, it's one of my favorites. I actually picked this for Courtney. Also, Stepsister from Planet Weird came out this.
I thought you were going to say like Descendants or like High School Musical 42 or something, but
Even Stevens is way better than either of those.
Isn't that with Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. LaBeouf.
Sam went wiki.
Wiki.
All right.
Are you done with the
In
news?
2008. No,
There's
almost.
more. Wait,
In
there's more.
2008. In 2008, fireworks.
Should we just make the live show your freaking history show? I mean, geez, how much do
If
you
you
have?
guys would stop interrupting me, maybe I could get through it. Just kidding. In 2008, fireworks, dancing, and parachuting skydivers welcomed Toy Story Mania into Disney's California Adventure at the attraction's official grand opening in Paradise Pier. Yeah.
Sweet. Love that ride.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
And
what you
then-
said. I had Stockton Wi-Fi kick in there. What you said, Toy Story
Well,
Mania?
Yeah, I said parachutes and fireworks and stuff.
Stockton
and-
Wi-Fi or bullets?
Probably both.
Don't forget Christy Carlson Romano was in Even Stevens. Yeah,
Yep.
don't forget
Christy
that guy.
Carlson Romano played Ren,
Mm.
while Shia LaBeouf played her brother,
Skippy.
Lewis.
LaBeouf. LaBeouf.
I think it was Lewis.
So
All right.
real quick, that's the actor from Lilo and Stitch.
What's
me
his
bring it up.
name?
His name is David Hakili Kanui Bell. So
Oh, he's been in a lot of stuff.
yeah,
Wasn't he
R.I.P.
was he in 50 First Dates?
I think that was a different guy, but I'm not
Oh.
sure. I'll have to look.
R.I.P. to the fam.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
All right.
Ohana.
Yeah, Ohana.
Yeah,
Yep.
to Ohana.
Let's just keep Joey up here. Let's just
And in 2015,
Oh my
Inside
God.
Out, Inside Out was released.
Inside Out. Great.
I'm
movie.
sorry, it was a busy week in Disney history. Fine.
Things-
And more importantly, Lava Short was released too with Inside Out.
Also, Elemental was as well, but I left that out because I mean,
Oh,
apparently you didn't
Elemental
want
was
all
so
the
good.
news this week.
Elemental was great. Well, Courtney loves Elemental, so you should have brought that up. Elemental's great. Elemental.
Courtney
is such a
does
good
love
movie.
Elemental, but she would
It's
have
a good movie.
appreciated my Stepsister from Planet Weird and my Even Stevens reference even more.
Wrong
So-
Side of Water. Says, what's
Hi,
up,
Dan.
everyone? What's up? What's up? Oh,
Was happening.
let's go. So, I think we should. Hi, Wrong Side. Is his
Chelsea's
name Dan? Or is
His
it...
name's Dan.
What a great name. That'd have been a great name for a podcast too.
Well,
Wrong
the backside
side
of
of-
water.
Welcome to the
Buddy,
right.
that's what I want. I wanted.
There's a podcast called Backside of the Water.
I know that's what I wanted when I was trying to come up with a name for this. That was my first choice. I'm like, shit, that's already taken. So I'm like, what else is there? And then like literally,
And shout out to Al and Freddie on that
who
one.
knows what the hell Walt's apartment is? So I mean, now people know what it is, and I mean, people I kind of already know, but I mean, it's WAP. That's us.
We're the WAP.
We are the team WAP.
Wet ass.
It's time for another commercial break, though.
It is time for another commercial break. Let's hear from our friends at Sunken City Design.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thief? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. Do you like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. If you're ever cold, get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, Wall-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right. If you also like Walt's apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody. We appreciate you.
I think we have the best voice of any freaking ad guy in the business. All right,
we love Kevin.
All right, we appreciate you.
George said pee break.
Now that was too short for a pee break.
That wasn't the pee break. We'll do the pee break on the last one. You know, the 2-minute ones we do. So, guys, here's my what if. Before I go, what if Ariel and Eric kissed before the sunset on the third day? What would have happened to Ursula after that? Shit. Entertainer understands the assignment.
I think that our movie wouldn't have been as long as it was,
right?
And Ursula would have shriveled up to a little sea shrimp.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
dude, Kelsey, that would be great. She said, "I need a Tinkerbell design from Sunken City." I would love to see him.
We'll put Lou on it.
Put Lou on it. Yeah.
Speaking of that, Matt Robinson, our good friend, tattoo artist from Vacaville, did an awesome Tinkerbell Elemental mashup. A tattoo. I'll share it real quick.
Dakota said it would have been a short movie.
It would have been really short. Yeah.
I think we would have. Ursula would have been no more.
The songs would have stopped at "Kiss the Girl."
Yeah, it just would have been done. It just ends. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. Well, that's kind of how it ends in the ride. They just kiss and it's over with. It's like
it is for sure.
So
good one though, Entertainer.
Because of what Entertainer did, that's kind of
question.
what we're gonna do here. We're gonna just throw up some different things, and we would love for you that are watching to throw in your what if this happened or what if that happened. I'm just kind of wasting some time while Joey's looking up his tattoo. Matt Robertson Robertson. He's freaking amazing.
And him and his wife are literally the nicest people ever.
He was he's the one that was at WrestleMania? He was at WrestleMania, right, Joey?
Yeah.
Doing tattoos.
He's done tattoos at Star Wars Celebrations. He's an authorized Lucasfilm artist. He travels. He does conventions all over.
Freaking amazing.
And he just posted this today on his
Haley
Instagram.
also has a bunch of like hair accessories and stuff that were made by his wife.
Oh, come on. That is cool.
Yeah, he's so freaking dope.
Wow. Yeah, Matt's the shit, man.
Yeah, so
we need to get him on. Has he been on your show, Joey?
Yeah, we've had him on a couple times, and we actually are planning. We've been planning for a while to because he's very busy. He's highly in demand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, but Alex actually wants to get a tattoo, and we're planning on recording.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And you can interview him while you're recording. That's
you have
amazing.
to get in. I think he's 5 or 6 months out.
Oh, where were you?
Matt Robertson, look him up. Yeah. Matt Robertson, he's in Vacaville, I believe.
Matt Robinson tattoos.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So shout out to him for sure. Check him out. He's great. Yeah, did Joey's art. I have one more tattoo I need, so I need to find someone to do it. So
he's your man.
Anyone knows a tattoo artist, I need to get the
Matt.
this this plaque right here is all I want left. I want to have that put right here on my forearm, and then I'll be done. So then we'll be done. But everything else has been done by the same person. But I want that.
And he even throws a little hidden Mickeys and Disney themed tattoos.
He does.
Yeah. I have a friend down south who's gotten some tattoos, and I can't think of the name of who it is, but she was saying that this person, that when you reach out to them and get a tattoo, they have to approve the design. If they don't like it enough, they won't do it. They'll just say, "No, I'm not going to do that. It's not good enough for me to do it." So I think tattoos are just amazing. God dang, he's so good.
Look at that.
That's
Freaking
so
Matt.
good. Maui.
Sharkhead Maui. So y'all know he's great.
He's
Yeah,
awesome.
he is.
Yeah, for sure.
We've
All right.
showcased him on the show before.
Oh my God.
Cole and I did a short interview with him at
Mouse
Back in the Coffee with Cole days, right?
we did MouseCon. We did
That
a
Coffee
short
with
interview
Cole
with him at MouseCon and his wife. They're both fantastic.
That's when you did Coffee with Cole, right?
I mean, I was just there because I'm fantastic and wonderful and everybody loves me, but sure.
100%. Yeah. Okay. What if Toy Story never came into existence? What movies would have came into light?
Everything Pixar has ever created. If Toy Story
Coco?
wasn't successful,
Yeah. But
anything Pixar would have flopped. That would have been it.
is Toy Story the first Pixar movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
There would have been no Pixar.
I can't. I don't know if you can say that. Name a bad Pixar movie except Wall-E. I mean,
Good Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Luca.
Yeah.
What there's I can't think of, there's a few, but I'm just
What's the best Pixar movie? It's freaking Coco. We all know this, right?
Toy Story.
I don't know. Coco's so damn good.
Pixar might have gone back to like a branch of Lucasfilm if the animateds didn't work.
I like Dakota. I don't know who this guy is, but I like him.
I like Dakota too.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of Elio though, they're bringing back bloopers that they did at Toy Story 2 and Bugs
Oh
Life.
my gosh, I loved that so much.
Yeah.
Was Bugs Life Pixar?
Yeah, it was the second
Yeah.
Pixar movie.
Yeah. I'm a pretty butterfly.
Y'all look like you know that ants from down there. Candy corn.
I miss Bugs Land.
Oh no.
That was my first animated film I ever saw in movie theaters. Was a Bug's Life.
That damn attraction and bugs in the theater with the bugs running underneath your seat and stuff. No.
It's tough to be a bug.
It's tough to be a bug for sure. All right, Sam. So you actually have some not that these aren't actual, but you have some stuff that we discussed earlier. So hit us with easy. Hit us with some of your what if, and make sure we stop for our last break in here too, because we got to hear from where in the park. So
And viewers play along too.
yeah, please, if you guys have anything, please throw it out there.
Throw them in the chat. Okay.
Make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe and like, and keep your bell notifications on. Oh, wait,
My first one is, what if Walt lived 10 more years?
Well,
Well,
so that would have been till 1976. So he died in 1966. So he would have built Walt Disney World.
And it would not be Walt Disney World because he would have not have named it after himself.
Right.
Roy did that. So it would be
Right.
Disney World. We would also not have Epcot as it stands today. We would have a tiny little community that was self-sufficient.
Would we though? Because that came out in the late in the early 80s.
He wanted the community though.
He didn't want a theme park in Walt Disney World. Epcot was his original plan,
right,
for the Florida park.
Oh, so you're saying that was his only plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I will say this, and this. So on the movie side, the animated movies, movies like Aristocats and Robin Hood, there would not have been recycled animation used in those movies from Snow White, Jungle Book. They wouldn't have gone the cheap route.
He would have found the Imagineers and put them in the right place to create new cells instead of reusing recycled cells.
Yeah.
And he would have put that multi-plane camera to better use than just,
dude, that thing is
we're going to recycle cool. Animation.
They have that camera at the museum, the multi-plane camera. It's like 2 stories tall. The thing's absolutely intense.
It's also at the archives, the Walt Disney Studios too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So fucking cool.
All right. Entertainer has one. Joey, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Oh, okay.
And I have one for you after this because I also have
That's a
Star
great
Wars
question
one.
too. That's a
What
really
if
good question.
Luke and Leia were never separated as babies and grew up together?
They would have kissed a lot sooner.
Joey, that's vile.
So they most likely would have been in my.
He would have
So
bought newborn 100s.
Fuck,
Everybody, welcome Louis Medina, Second City
Damn.
Designs, to the chat.
Louis.
Dakota, listen, we may not even get to my choices with the audience questions. All right.
Peter Pan grew up. Shit, these are great.
So real answer: if Luke and Leia weren't separated, they most likely would have been caught by the Empire at a young age because it just would have been too hard to hide.
Or she's a girl,
huh?
I mean, yeah, essentially.
But they probably most likely would have been captured. So,
wow.
All right, so I have another Star Wars question, but it's a parks question.
Okay.
What if Galaxy's Edge was built on Tatooine instead of Batuu?
Would have been great. It would have been awesome.
It would have been very enjoyable.
Can you imagine walking into the cantina?
Well, the original idea was to have it in the 3 sections that it is in now, but all those each section would have touched a different part of the saga. So you would have had like an original trilogy section, kind of like the prequel trilogy section and the sequel trilogy. And it just would have opened it up for more characters, more entertainment. And I know they wanted to do it's your story though kind of thing, which died after about a year and a half.
I get why they did it still though, because you can always add to that. It's never gonna go with something that's in any of the movies. So that's smart on their part as well. So,
but they are getting better with kind of taking away that timeline. I mean, they added the projection show.
Yeah.
You got Luke Skywalker walking around the same time Kylo Ren's walking around. So the story, it's like Avengers Campus where, just people want to see the characters. People want to see the stuff. So, but Tatooine would have been badass.
Okay.
Jennifer says, my son is 8 days older than Stitch. Well, that's awesome.
She also says her friend was opening team for Shanghai Disney. Actually, no, the creative director for basically like the Main Street version of Shanghai Disney. And Gilbert Lozano worked on the Tangled animatronics, making their Rapunzel and
that's a great interview, you guys.
I have to pull up Gilbert. Since we're talking about Gilbert, I have to pull up Mermaid Sam. But I need to frame that because it's literally just like sitting here. I really need to frame that.
Damn,
okay.
Lewis. What if Simba never returned to Pride Rock?
Hang on, I've got one.
Okay.
We will get to the comments, I promise.
Right,
Love your
excited.
faces.
What if Bambi joined a hunting club?
So, Lou, I want your thoughts on this one. I wish you could hop in right now. If you can, please do. But
all right.
Joey talked about things that were to be that did not come. What if Michael Eisner had greenlit Beastly Kingdom instead of Camp Mini Mickey? Do you think that we would have more technology in use? Would we be seeing more epic universe type of things happening?
Good night, entertainer.
Good night, entertainer.
Good night, entertainer.
That's so hard. I mean, possibly, but like, were we ready for that kind of technology then, though?
I mean, I think I'm okay with the way that things have gone because we're getting a Villain's Land. And hopefully that Villain's Land is an absolute clapback to Epic Universe. We have high hopes. We don't know what's going to happen, though. But I'm okay with the timeline on that one. I don't need to create an alternate universe. I know there were a lot of people who were really upset that it didn't happen, though. All right, let's get to some of our questions. What if Peter Pan never grew up?
That's wild.
Or what if he did grow up? Sorry, what if he did grow up? Because he's a lost boy. He never grew up.
It would be Robin Williams.
Oh.
What if Robin Williams never voiced the genie? Does Aladdin do that well?
No, not a chance.
No.
No way.
Aladdin flops.
I I don't know if it flops, but damn, no.
Coming off of Beauty and the Beast, it does good, but still not as good as it is. And perfect example is the Aladdin show at Hyperion. You take away the genie, it's a boring Broadway show. But you got the genie and the carpet, it's an amazing show that people want still today, but they want it because of genie. So
all right.
Yeah.
What if Simba never returned to Pride Rock?
Damn.
Everybody's miserable, living under Scar,
Scar's-
and then they die.
they all die starved.
Scar forces himself on Robbie, and then they have other kids, and there's a new Lion King.
Super chat, Dakota.
What? Thank
What
you so
if
much,
Walt
Dakota.
Disney never created Mickey Mouse?
Oh.
Before we get to that,
Well,
what if
you gotta-
Disney
Okay.
never lost the rights to Oswald?
There
The
may
Lucky
not
Rabbit?
be a Mickey Mouse if
There may
if
not
Oz,
have been a Mickey
yeah.
Mouse. Yeah.
That's-
Well, the rules of the super chat, you got to read and go that before. So
yeah,
that's why
you got to go there right away. Super
Well-
chat comes up, you answer, you go there. Thank you so much
Well-
for Dakota. I appreciate that.
Well, no, that's why I was going to that, because I already had that question on there. It's
If
like
Walt
Dakota read
never
my
created
mind or
Mickey Mouse,
something.
I don't know. I mean, you can't even speculate because you
Sean
don't know.
wouldn't have the tattoo he has.
I wouldn't
on
have a
his arm.
tattoo of Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney on my arm. It'd be Walt and Oswald. Which
So
will just look completely different. But
So, and this kind of goes with the same question though, because obviously, if you would have kept Oswald would be the icon. But would Oswald have transferred as well to the updates that
Hey,
Mickey
Sean,
has?
did you get my text? What if Walt Disney never created Mickey Mouse? That is like Mickey is literally an icon everywhere internationally. Do you think that the Disney company does as well without Mickey?
you don't even know. I mean, how could you even?
That's
I don't-
mind blowing to even think about.
Because Oswald was always Mickey was always mischievous when he came out, but Oswald is even more. But would he have, like I said, would he have translated to the mild mannered Mickey, and would he look good with a flesh face like Mickey does, or would
What
he
if
just look weird?
Obi-Wan Kenobi trained Leia instead of Luke?
Oh shit!
She might have. So Leia was obviously stronger in the Force than Luke was.
In the Discord.
Oh,
So,
money Discord.
Huh?
All right.
I can't multitask, so
No, you don't need to. What if the seven dwarfs weren't minors, but were actually hiding Snow White's victims? Everyone, welcome to the twisted mind of Lou
Right, no
Medina.
shit. Damn.
they got their heads ripped off for some reason.
They did.
for
Oh
some
my
reason. I
gosh.
don't know.
Because it's Sunken City.
Because it's Sunken City design.
I said that. I said Lou's a little dark and twisted in one of like our lives or one of our recordings recently, and he was like, "Excuse me, what?"
So real quick, going back to Ron's side, there's
Mhm.
actually I think there's an artist that actually did something where Leia was the hero Jedi instead of Luke, and she rescued Vader, and where he didn't kill himself, and he was actually in an all white Vader suit.
What if Steamboat Mickey could talk?
He'd be like, "I'm not cutting these damn potatoes."
He's like, oh,
Damn, Minnie, you're looking fine.
oh, Twisted Lou is here.
Is he shirtless?
He is shirtless. What the
What?
fuck?
Okay, someone.
Shirtless? What the fuck?
Oh,
Stop.
you looked like you were shirtless and covered in tattoos.
Damn.
You're like Maui.
Just fucking locked. What's up,
All
guys?
What's up, man? How are you? Good to see you.
Can't complain.
Let's see. How's the kids? Tiff, everyone's good?
Yeah, everyone's solid.
All right, cool. So give us some more of your what ifs. Sam, what else you got? I know you got a bunch.
I do. All right.
I want to try to pull up that Jedi Leia photo,
Okay.
but go ahead.
Didn't you say what if
All right.
Elsa was the villain? Wasn't that one of yours?
Okay. Oh, because it's based off of a Hans Christian Andersen where she's the Snow Queen and she's the bad guy. What if Elsa was a villain?
It's a hot villain. I mean, let's be real. I mean, come on. Don't y'all look concerned that I said that. Let's be
Here's
real.
the
Come
thing.
on.
Like, you don't have little girls running to buy princess merch or get bibbity boppity Elsa boutique makeovers for a
Okay.
villain.
Yeah.
I think that they marketed her much better and they got a second movie out of it. If she was the villain, villains don't get redemption stories like that.
Wanda did.
No, she didn't.
Fuck Wanda.
Wanda literally self-destructed to save her own existence, but it's fine. All right.
Wanda's trash.
Here's a
Dude,
layer.
shut up. Can we kick Louis out already? I mean, seriously,
No.
he's just here. Let's kick him out already.
That's a great image.
Yeah, so this is more of like the brown cape with Vader. And there's one that has him in all white too, with a mask.
Really?
Yeah.
I got one. What if Marvel characters had been incorporated into the Magic Kingdom before the Universal deal?
Then Captain America would be in spandex.
Do we get... Why does Vader have a blue saber? Dakota says.
So that goes to the where Wrongside asked if Leia was trained by Obi-Wan instead. But
God, I've missed George.
no, I said Leia was more powerful than Luke, so she would have saved Vader before he died.
I'm not going to read the comment out loud. I'm just going to put it up for everybody
Why?
who's on YouTube. Okay, George says, what if your aunt had balls? She'd be your uncle. Okay, so
His uncle?
to be honest, I think that Namor would have been used and Fantastic Four would have been used a lot more sooner. Like,
That's
did you
where
realize
we go. Namor from all that?
who the frick do you think you're talking to? Of course it's Namor. What if Beast was actually a werewolf?
Super chat.
Oh, shit.
You got to say
Another
it like that.
super chat. Thank you, Kelsey. My God.
What if Beast was actually a werewolf?
That would have been cool.
That'd have been wild.
That would have been a way different story, and I probably would be here for it.
Yeah, directed by Michael Giacchino.
So I did ask this before we started. I said, what if Disneyland was built where Walt originally wanted it?
It'd be a lot smaller.
It'd be a lot smaller.
It would not be as successful.
You think there's no room in Anaheim? But
Yeah.
there'd be no
Right.
room.
Right. They're
the hills
literally
of
having
LA
to
right
fight
there.
the city of Anaheim for space. They would have. Okay. What if Walt Disney World would have been in St. Louis? Or what if Louis, you're here. Use your words.
You don't need to type it in when you're sitting here. What the hell?
What if Pinocchio became a real boy and immediately got arrested for tax fraud? Well, he would be a boy, so he would have been tried as a juvenile, so he would have gotten a life sentence.
It's taking a wild turn. Sam, I think we should take our last break before we come back and continue this.
Okay.
We're already at the hour time, but I still think that we can come up with some more of this stuff. So we need to hear from our friends at Where in the Park. And Joey, what's the question they always ask?
What scavenger hunt game are you doing?
That's right.
Hey fam, what scavenger hunt are you doing?
Well, we are doing Where in the Park.
Do you guys know Where in the Park? Because we do.
We do.
So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it, and you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
The amazing game, Where in the Park, right here.
If you're a seasoned Disney park goers as we are, it's a fun, challenging even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, ooh, we got
Still
this
a
in
challenge.
the bag. Oh no, yeah, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
Check
Yeah,
them
really
out.
they get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
It'll tell you
they'll
where.
give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and
yeah.
all that good stuff.
East Coast, West Coast, and they're
Yes.
continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, weareinthepark.com if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
So we appreciate We're in the Park.
You know, they're awesome.
We love
Kevin and
that.
Amanda.
Get you some We're in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at weareinthepark.com.
.com. Okay, here we go. Louis, what do you got? Do you have any freaking what ifs for us? What if Cinderella's slipper fit half the kingdom and the prince accidentally proposed to like 47 people before?
That's The Bachelor.
So what?
Instead of a rose,
We're
it's a slipper.
So early.
Is that
Nice.
is that Emily?
Mom said
No.
yes.
All right.
Oh, that is Emily.
That
Hi,
is Emily.
Hey, I got one and then I'm done.
All right.
You got one, then you're done?
Yeah.
All right.
All
hit us.
right. What if Walt's apartment was actually haunted and Sam, Sean, Joey thought they were running a podcast, but the only ones listening were a ghost?
Damn,
Does
you're
that
gonna leave
make
us-
you a ghost? Because you
you're gonna
just
leave us on
joined.
that?
Yeah. I saw that one from the internet.
Hey, guess what? I talk to dead people anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Mm.
At least somebody's listening. We get enough downloads every week to keep the show going. So,
Yeah, some ghosts are more lively than the living.
I mean, we have ghosts that are responding to us in the chat and giving us solutions. So they at least have access to technology.
I mean,
Hey, George, your what if is going to keep me up at night.
What if what if COVID never happened? Would Chapek still be CEO? Where would Walt Disney World be?
That's
a tough question.
That's a wild question. Would he even be CEO ever if COVID never happened?
I
don't think he ever would have been
I
CEO.
think that they knew that COVID was coming
Oh, absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
threw him in when they did.
You guys are nuts.
Why?
Why?
I agree with Joey.
The first interview when they
Iger
introduced him, they
was trying
said,
to retire years before COVID came around.
but he's
Okay,
back
but
now.
putting Bob Chapek in place just to fire him a year later? I think he was the scapegoat for the company failing because of the pandemic.
Absolutely.
Nah.
Listen, don't
yeah, I
do my
agree
boy Bob like that.
Hey, if Bob Chapek was around, it'd be Disneyland, brought to you by Universal Studios.
All right, then I have a question. What if Disney had bought Universal?
I mean, they were trying to get Harry Potter, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Well, so what if
No,
and
Harry Potter was offered Disney first. Disney
Disney
declined
turned it
Harry
down.
Potter. They turned down Harry Potter.
Okay, so let's go there then. What if Disney had bought Harry Potter before Universal did? Does Universal have the success that they do now?
No.
Yes.
Harry Potter wouldn't have been the same. Dakota,
I don't know what you mean by that,
Yeah.
Dakota.
If Universal didn't have Harry Potter, they'd still be just as successful.
I disagree.
I'm sure that land brings. I'm sure
disagree.
that land brings in money,
Poltergeist,
but ultimately, the Warner Brothers got all the big money from the movie itself. They just own that land. I mean, other than that, though, I think Universal would still be just fine. Because guess what came years later? Super Mario.
Yeah, it would have been. It probably would have happened later, though.
hey, yo, it's Sasquatch. What up, Sasquatch?
Yo,
We were talking about you earlier.
Yeah.
All right.
Buddy, hit me up.
I agree with Lou, but I think it would have taken longer. I think
Here's my question. Here's my question. What if Disney gave creative liberties to their Imagineers so they would stop leaving Disney and going to Universal Studios?
But hey, speaking of, I'm gonna go back to the last one though. We already know what Disney would have done if they bought Universal. The same thing they did with Fox. Let's shave all of it off and keep Avatar. Oh, and the X-Men.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God, Jennifer.
Wait. Super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat. We got
What
like
if
this is like
Disneyland-
a full super chat. This is wild.
What if Disneyland had failed?
Hey, since I logged in, I want my cut. Just saying.
You got it, buddy. No problem.
Yeah. We'll play your ad break one more time. How about
What
that?
if Disneyland had failed?
No.
I don't even know how to answer that question.
The company.
It'd be easy. if Disney failed. If it failed, we
Universal?
wouldn't know.
We wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
We wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't be
Yeah.
here right now.
And a lot of the movies that came out after Disneyland probably wouldn't have came out
You
because
wanna know
so much
what's
money was put
crazy?
into the land.
I wouldn't know half the people in this chat because I met them through Disney groups.
What if Disney would have half? You don't know anyone. What if Disney would have paid for Hawkeye season 2?
I didn't mean you guys. I meant in the chat. But honestly, wrong side. That would have been in my opinion, that would have been a stupid investment on that part because I hated that damn show.
Hawkeye was decent. I don't understand why people didn't like it.
Hawkeye was better than some of the other ones.
For sure.
They couldn't pay Jeremy enough.
And I mean, they're leaning towards Kate Bishop anyway, so they could have done it without.
Well, because they are going New Avengers, Young Avengers with Kate Bishop. Yeah.
Yeah.
There would be no other Disney park.
I agree. I don't think there'd be any other parks.
And
There
theme
wouldn't
parks
be.
in general would be a lot weirder and a lot different. right
And
now.
honestly, I don't think the animation studios would have made it.
No, they wouldn't have. Live action definitely wouldn't.
We wouldn't have any DComs.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We wouldn't.
Oh man, no, we gotta have Descendants.
Crazy.
Gotta have
Yeah, Clint did have a natural ability, but I like him as a character, but I think that the Hawkeye storyline was used as an opportunity to push other storylines rather than building its own business, essentially. So we got echo from it, right?
Yeah, so I'm just going to Sasquatch real quick. I think we should leave the real world politics and problems out of fantasy and stories. The stories and parks are meant to be escaped from the real world.
And that is a complaint that a lot of people have about Disney. And so if we think that Disney shied away from those things,
I'm working on it, buddy.
would they be more successful or less successful? I mean, we have a lot of people who call Disney woke Disney, and that's why. What do you guys think? Is Disney more successful if they just keep to fantasy? Or do we have people that call them out and say, you're not using your platform to educate and inform?
It's such a, I mean,
it's a Mad Tea Party topic.
Well, it's just erupted because like everybody's got a voice now. So if somebody say if I don't like something, and I'm not saying this is how I am, but it's like, well, if I don't like it, then I'm standing on a soapbox, and this is why Sean can't like it, and Sam, you can't like it because of this. And there's just way too many, in ways it's like how social media has kind of social media is great because we've all came together from it, but then there's the dark side of that. But
Wait a second. We have another super chat. I don't even know what to do. I'm so excited.
What if Walt Disney had lived longer? We talked about what if he had lived 10
Everything
years.
would be different.
Yeah, Jen, you would not be visiting Walt Disney World.
Nope. You would not.
You would not be going to the Magic Kingdom. You'd be
at the biggest, baddest Epcot that he really wanted.
You would be working in Epcot and living in Epcot and grocery shopping in Epcot, and all of your friends would be in Epcot.
If someone could have done
traffic.
If someone could have done that, he could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
And he would not have stopped until he made it happen.
So I think I think that Disney does some things well when it does, including politics. So like they're in some of their films pulling it in, like they did with Brave New World. I think there were some elements that were positive there.
Andor,
yes. But theme parks are theme parks. Theme parks are fantasy. They're an escape from the real world. If you are paying hundreds of dollars for a ticket, you don't need to be reminded of anything that exists outside of those walls.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney has created a reputation for itself where those things are brought in and there is a negative connotation. So I think it's a very, very fine line that is walked.
Yeah, very makes sense.
That is why podcast informs are formed to speak our thoughts with our own community, to debate, to keep it out of the movies and stuff.
Good night, Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Good night, Jen.
I agree, Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, we brought you up earlier.
Yeah.
We talked about how much we appreciate you earlier.
Yes. Do we have any more, or do we want to wrap it up and bring us
Kelsey
home?
had some too that we kind of
okay.
glazed over. If you want to scan or
let's see. Well, she did say, "Have no fear, Sam would still be stuck with me."
Yeah.
Let's see.
We don't even know that. None of it would be the same. It's just wild that you think about.
So
but
Kelsey,
that's the thing is like one little thing can change.
Yep.
And none of us know each other. None of us
we wouldn't be doing
pursue
this.
the paths that we pursue in our online relationships or like connections. It's crazy.
I wouldn't have this cool shirt you could buy at Second City.
I still would have a beer podcast though.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
But you might. Would you still know Alex?
Yeah. Oh no, we did meet through Disney.
Exactly.
Good point. Well, I probably would still had a beer podcast, just not with Alex, and it would have sucked because he's the beer guy.
Go Dodgers.
Nah.
All right, Joey.
Whatever.
I won 2 lunches from that series last weekend. Thank you, Dodgers.
And Giants weren't even supposed to be here where they're at right now. So
what if Ursula raised Ariel?
Ooh. Ariel would have been a bitch. But she would have kept her voice.
Yep.
No, I was going to ask, without Disney, would there be what, Kelsey? What's the universal equivalent of DVC?
Fair.
I'd be chilling in a cabana somewhere. That's for sure.
At the Celtos, whatever it's called, the new hotel.
Helios.
That's it. Celtos is a Kia. Sorry, I got.
Bruh.
Any more?
This is why you need to come on Extra Magic Hour even more. No, I think that's it.
So Katy Perry. So I think we got it all. Louis, got anything else you want to throw into the discussion?
No.
Right,
I was going to jump into that agenda's politic conversation, but I'm going to sit this one out, guys.
Oh, what if Carl's wife lived in up to go?
Come on now.
What if Carl died? Fuck. What if Doug died? I love that question.
His wife moves on quickly.
Doug died.
The house would have been sold
years
before. They wouldn't have been on Paradise Falls.
There would have been productivity.
Hey, Carl died and she slept with that adventure that was on the hill.
With all the dogs watching.
I vote Dakota comes back every week.
Doug.
This is Dakota's first live stream, guys. I think he needs to come back every week.
Oh.
An unlimited snack pass.
Okay, now we're just going now.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we've seen it.
Unlimited churros.
It'd be the floaty chairs in Wall-E because everybody'd be so fat from all the snacks. We'd be just floating around the parks.
Oh my goodness!
Imagine just churros for days.
Oh,
Universal
except for not Walt Disney World churros though.
Oh no,
a universal timeshare.
But I think that's all we have for this week.
This is all we got.
I think we can do this again sometime, though.
Oh, absolutely. This is like one of those. I texted Sam. There's no Disney news. What do we do? She asks AI these couple of what if questions, and here we go, and we get able to get through a whole nother show. I mean, look at that. It's just crazy because there's like literally nothing happening with Disney. Ilio comes out this week. We're gonna see. Oh, let's do that really quick since we have 4 of us here. Let's wrap up. Louis, how do you think Ilio does domestically and worldwide?
$1.
Okay, perfect. All right. Louis, good to have you back. We appreciate you with all of your insight.
I don't know. It looks fucking good. It looks like shit. I don't know what it is. It
looks fucking good.
The marketing has been.
It looks like Strange World Part 2.
Yeah.
That part.
You just created a bunch of random alien characters and you're sending this kid to space. I mean, I'm sure it's probably decent, but
they put all their advertising budget in Lilo and Stitch.
So for me, this movie feels like it's going to have the same effect that Encanto did, Elemental, where like the marketing, the trailers is like, okay.
Yep.
It's straight to the DVD box, and then you watch it, you're like, damn, that was actually
good.
I agree. Because
agree.
Elemental, I was like, oh, great, we have an Elements version of Zootopia. Hurrah. Way to go, Disney. And then you watch it, and you're like, damn, it has some story.
Where's Amanda to write these things down? So what do you say? What do you say, Lou?
If honestly, given that it's a mild holiday weekend, Not like a traditional holiday weekend. It's a fairly newer holiday weekend. Domestically, I give it 68 million.
Okay.
Wow.
That's high.
That is high.
That's high.
That's a lot higher than
Okay.
I'm giving it.
All right. So, Sam, what are you going to give it since you had to say that? So,
18 million?
oh, no. It's not going to be worse than freaking
The
Snow
projections
White.
are 20 million and like
No.
50 million
Is it really?
internationally.
It's only projected 20 million.
If that's the case, I'm going back to $1.
Too late. I'm
How
going
much?
18 million.
18 million. Wow. Okay. All right.
I'll go 20. I'll run it out to 20. Let's go 20. We'll go.
I'll
20
go
million.
40. I'll go 40 million.
Oh, all of a sudden, because you read the numbers, you fucking knew the spread. Now you're going 40. Cheapskate.
All right, Joey, what are you going for Ilya?
So first of all, I agree with Lewis though that I think it is going to be a good movie, but there's just something that's not attracting.
The marketing has been shit.
Yeah,
Well,
it has.
yeah, but and even what they have shown, I don't think it's going to just attract somebody's like, yeah, I'll check it out.
Elemental did that too. Elemental was like, what the fuck is this? And then it was so good.
If it gets the word of
But
mouth,
it didn't do well in box offices.
Well, it did after a while.
It started
After a
slow, but then it
while.
picked up.
So Elemental
We're talking opening weekend.
I know. So I'm going to say I'm shooting high, but I'm still going to say about 28, 29.
Okay. So we have Lewis,
because right now, I mean, people right now it's how to Train Your Dragon.
I was just thinking that. Fuck you, Joey. I was just thinking like, hey, I really want to retract my answer because How to Train Your Dragon is it. Nah, I want to go lower, like 10 million.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to 10 million?
I just thought about How to Train Your Dragon. That just came out, and this is a holiday weekend. Yeah,
$1,
yeah.
Bob.
I'm with the Sulu Kulu. I'm with that one. I'm with that person.
That's Sasquatch.
Kelsey says 32
spelled his name wrong.
domestically.
All right. So we have Lewis at $1, Joey at you said 30.
No, Lou is at 10 million domestically.
10, okay.
I'm at 20 million.
I'm at
Sean,
40.
you're at 40 million, and Joey, you're 28. Shut up.
Hope it's million.
Yeah, I'll stick with 28.
Joey said 28.
Yeah.
Kelsey says 32.
I think hey, is Lilo and Stitch still in theaters?
Yeah. It's still doing good.
Yeah,
too.
I'm sticking at 10. Lilo, How to Train Your Dragon, and the Temu Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, not working. I'm sticking $10 or 10 million. It literally looks like Lightyear's. It looks like Lightyear's prequel story.
Oh damn!
And Lightyear was absolute trash.
Trash.
I'm hoping it does good though, because
but you know what was it? But you know what? Forky did well, and he was trash. So.
Like I said, I when we talked about it last week, I think if this movie does well, it's a definite going to be a great merch haul for merch in the parks because the characters are very cute, and I think you can make some cute merch out of the characters in this. I can't even think of the character's name. They said that steals the movie, but we'll see.
Also, Lou, you have requests for Tinkerbell merch.
Yeah, can you do Tinkerbell?
Tinkerbell art.
She won't be Tinkerbell.
And I think that's what's wanted.
All right.
Well, Lou, thanks for popping in. I appreciate you, man.
He's a toy.
Yep.
He's
all right. And then Joey, thank you so much, brother. Sam, appreciate you so much. Everyone that listened, played along. And then the super chats. Thank you guys for sending us some super chats. That's the coolest thing in the world.
Come play with us on Discord.
Appreciate you all so much. Please join our Discord, and you can come in and talk to us and ask us all these questions. And you can pick. Okay, bye, Lou. You can pick Lewis's mind, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, from all of us here at Walls. Wait, I messed that up. Anyway,
from all of us here at Walt's Apartment Productions, we hope you enjoy the view.
That's weird. Later. Bye.
What if the castle?
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
What if that was
Disneyland
Oswald's
is
hand he's
your
holding
land.
right there?
Here age relives fond memories of the past. And here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America. With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
Had it happen the way it did.
Yeah.
Hashtag no alternate universes.